Hello my friends, welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about the Logitech G923. I already did a review of the G923 more than a year ago, but at that moment I have been very careless in my review, so I want to do it again with this time a bit more attention to the details. The design of the wheelbase is sober black with the TrueForce logo on it. It is all made of plastic and the front features some lines found in muscle cars. The D-shaped steering wheel is a 27.5 cm aluminium frame with a very decent leather or leather-like upholstery. The buttons are plenty and the appearance depends from platform to platform. The quality of the buttons is more than decent. The PlayStation buttons, for example, have a nice tactile feel and are coated with a shiny layer. The rotating knob also feels very sturdy and is easy to turn. The shifters are flat pieces of metal but work very precise. Inside, a dual motor produces a maximum of 2.3 Nm torque and transmits it towards the steering wheel via a system of gears. For attachment, the wheelbase has two clamps on the front. Fortunately, there are also two holes foreseen to bolt it to a rig. The pedals themselves are above average. Both pedal arms and pedal faces are made out of metal. They are a bit small to my liking, but are aesthetically pleasing. They measure the values with potentiometers and are non-adjustable for position. They feature some carpet biters, which is a really nice touch for desk and sofa drivers. So the G923 is a gear-driven wheelbase. It's the only one out there still with its siblings that is still a gear-driven wheelbase. All the rest are hybrids or direct drive. So you could say that technology-wise, the G923 is not the best of its class. Actually, it's more like the bottom of the class. Now, when you buy a Logitech G923, you buy it because it keeps on working. I mean, it's because of the technology it uses. It's almost indestructible. The gear-driven wheelbases have a very good track record if you compare them with the belt-driven wheels, the direct drives. It has a real good track record. It doesn't get so hot like the other wheelbases, so it's one of the most sturdy, if not the most sturdy wheelbase out there.
So, the G923 on Untitled Competition. The first thing that you notice is that it feels very soft. The force feedback that you have, that is generated with this base is really easy to handle. The downside of this is that you have very few gradations in the depth of the force feedback, if I could call it like that. So the information that you get from your car is less than what you have with a bit heavier motors. And since this is still a gear-driven base, it still has notches in it as well, and that you can especially feel in the corners, so that it goes like tuk 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 in the corners especially. So here it's still okay, but yeah, here it's also, and that is something that always disturbed me with the Logitech bases. Now it has improved. I think the G27, I could feel it a lot more than with this one, the G923, but it is still there. So here in the corner you feel tuk 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 tuk. For me, it takes away a lot of the racing sensation. That's why I like direct drive bases, because they are so smooth when they turn, or should be.
So TrueForce has been an aspect that I didn't handle in my last review because I simply did not have a game that had TrueForce enabled. I do have one now, so BeamNG does support the Logitech features, TrueForce, and well, it is very obvious when the TrueForce is working. So basically what it does is it takes sound and it transforms it into kinetic energy. When your motor is running, you have a feeling that your steering wheel is vibrating in your hands. Is it an asset? Yes, I do think so.
It's true that it feels still soft, even when I try to put on the settings very high for intensity. It still remains very soft. But again, BeamNG, it doesn't really bother me, because here I shift also and keep the steering wheel with one hand, so it's much less disturbing than with a game like Assetto Corsa. Here you lose the force feedback when I think in BeamNG I have a lot more data about what the car is doing, what the wheels are doing, but especially because here you have the terrain, which is a bit like this, and but nonetheless I still feel that it is very lacking a bit of power. Here also, when you take the turns, you have like the little rattling going on of the gears sliding into each other.
So the pedals is something that they improved in this G923. They added some progressive brake. And how do you feel it? Well, it gets more difficult to push it in. It's not like with the other pedals that you have like pop, 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 pop. No, here you have to push in a bit harder. It is a bit more progressive. Logitech has an all-in-one piece of software called G-Hub. This software is very easy to use because it's just a handful of settings that can be changed to adjust the wheelbase. It is more up to the game you play to regulate the sensations you get when driving. Software being easy is certainly a plus, but in this case I wouldn't have minded seeing some extra options. Ecosystem for Logitech, you can get a shifter. And that's about it. So they don't have a replaceable wheel on the wheelbase, which is a shame, and is not a shame because you get a very decent steering wheel with it. But the shifter is the only thing that you can buy extra for the G923. The G923 is compatible with PlayStation and PC or with Xbox and PC. They have the same designation, so take note when you buy a used one to check for the PS or Xbox button. When we look at price, 350 euro. 350 euro if you buy directly from the Logitech store, but if you go via retailer, you will pay 300 euro or less, depending on the promotion that is on at that moment. The G923 is situated in the entry-level wheelbases for active force feedback. But the market has changed so much during the last year and a half, and it simply is outdated. I think for the price that you pay, it is simply outdated. It gives already quite a good sensation. It's good for drifting, it's good for rallying, so every application that you have for it which doesn't need that much force feedback, it's really good for. But that is where it stops. And if you look at the direct competition, just Thrustmaster, so with the T300, it already has twice the power that this wheelbase has, and that's quite significant. So don't buy this wheelbase new. Buy it second hand if you want for a good price. It will give you a nice sensation, but don't buy it new anymore. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had something from this video. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more reviews. And if you buy hardware new, please buy via an affiliate link. Thank you all and see you all next video. Bye bye.